Hey, Tony Gas is here, popping in real quick. Had us a soccer game today, so y'all got to forgive me. And want to pop on here and tell you, it's 2026, and it's some dangerous voices out there. And one of the things I notice is there are some people, and from what it sounds like to me, that there's some women who are what they would call, in the street term, they would call them alpha females. And what these women want to do is they want you to listen to them and to nobody else. And because they don't have business sense, they're not business savvy, they don't know how to use their gifts and be able to use their gifts full time, they get angry that some of us work for the Lord full time, and that some of us have learned how to take our knowledge, our wisdom, our experience, and turn it into books, into online courses, into groups, into one-on-one sessions, which a one-on-one session is called consulting. Consulting is probably one of the oldest forms of business in the world. 1000% legal, 1000% ethical. What is unethical about one-on-one consulting is when people charge exorbitant prices for a one-on-one session. Like, I've reached out to guys who charge $20,000. Yeah, it was $20,000. I heard another gentleman say he charged $40,000 for 1 hour. That's when, but even then, they're multi-millionaires, have earned over $100 million, and that's how they value their time. I heard a guy say that he paid a guy over $400,000 to work with him and to learn from him, and he said it was worth it. So even at that, it's like, if that's what you want to charge, go ahead. I be jokingly hating, but I'm gonna tell you what's a red flag. A red flag is if somebody, for no reason, doesn't believe that there are any male or female honest life coaches, speakers, teachers. That's a red flag. You should not take advice from people who don't believe that it is possible for there to be people who work with an honest heart, with a servant's heart. That's a red flag. And what it really comes from is jealousy. And the reason why I know it's jealousy, because I was there. In the beginning of my career, 2009, when I got on Twitter, I was jealous. And I was jealous of people who had more of a following than me. Now, for me, it kind of turned out to where one of the people that I would hate on was Russell Simmons. And he turned out to be a alleged SA guy and had to flee the country and been living out the country. So I was right about him. Another guy I was jealous of was Rev Run, because everybody followed Rev Run. Everybody followed Rev Run. And I wanted that top spot. I wanted that position. I was jealous as a 25-year-old. I'm 41 now. So I learned that what it was. And what I noticed is it's a lot of people out there. It's men and women that do it. And they try to lump everybody in, which is really stupid. That's like me saying every single woman is a gold digger. every single woman is a HO. Every single woman is a cheater. Like, that's absolutely stupid. Because if every single person who is giving advice is a fraud, then what does it make you if you're giving advice? If you're giving advice and you say everybody else is a fraud, there's no other person, there's nobody who does coaching, there's nobody who sells books, there's nobody who has online courses on relationships, on business, on whatever, that's honest, and you have no proof of it. So it's these people out here that's saying, all of us who do one-on-one sessions, all of us who do courses, all of us who give advice, relationship advice to women, to men, that we all are scammers. We all scam. It's like, but ain't got no proof. Like, show where it's a scam at. Show where it's a scam. Show where all of us are scamming. Like, I ain't even got no scandals. There's other people ain't got no scandals, like R.C. Blake's. Ain't got no scandals. Who y'all listen to? Is it Jerry Flowers? No scandals. Darius Daniels, no scandals. Like, what? Jason Wilson, no scandals. So it's like, and then some of the ladies that y'all listen to, I can't remember the name of the lady. April Mason, y'all be talking about, or I never heard no scandals on her. I don't know who she is. But one of y'all said the name. Rebecca Lynn Pope or somebody like that. I never heard no scandals on her. Latoya Okia, never heard no scandals on her. So it's like, here come you have these people who will come and say, we all scammers. All these men and women, they out here giving you relationship advice. I meet women almost every day who come up to me in an email or in person crying because my message helped them, gave them the courage to leave an abusive relationship, to leave a toxic relationship. My daddy tell me all the time that those of y'all who hire him will tell him that you're abstinent because of my message, because of me being in your ear and reminding you. That's the work of the Lord. But yet it's people who say, it's people out here who saying we all scammers. We all just wanna, and the thing about it is, I can't speak for nobody else, but for me personally, I'm an introvert. Like, outside of this, I don't even talk. Like, if you watch my videos, I never say like, comment, subscribe. I don't even try to build my audience. All I do is come on here and say what the Lord gave me to say. I don't even use custom thumbnails. I don't beg for likes. I don't beg for follows. I don't beg for subscribers. I don't beg for none of that. I don't even take this right here, what I post on YouTube, and post it on Facebook. I got to start doing that, posting it on Facebook. So this one right here might be the one. February 3rd might be the one that go to Facebook. I don't even post on Facebook, but yet we all scammers. Like, I got over 80,000 followers on TikTok. I don't even post on TikTok. But yet we all scammers. So I'm going to tell y'all something that y'all got to unfollow. This is who y'all got to unfollow. Unfollow the people that is so trauma-ridden, so butthurt, that they think every other person out here speaking their heart and speaking their mind is a scam. That they think every other person who have the knowledge and the wisdom and the understanding to be able to create a business so that we could leave that slave job, slaving for somebody else that ain't got nothing to do with our purpose, and come out here and put our gifts into the marketplace without begging for donations, without begging for handouts, because we have the business acumen to be able to enter a world that is fully 1000% legal. They're not saying, oh, the white people who write books, all the people who write books, that's illegal, or they wrong for writing books. They scamming you because they wrote a book. All these New York Times bestsellers not scamming you. But those of us who we want to tell our story. We want to share our lessons from love and relationships, because that's where we had the most pain at. That's where we had the most failure at. It's like, if I was a former NFL player, I might write a book by that. If I used to gamble and I lost everything, I'll write a book by that. If I used to be strung out on drugs, I'll write a book by that. But I was out here failing in love and relationships. So that's what, and I'm gonna tell you the only reason why I did it, because a female friend, never forget to this day, Jocelyn Giles, and she can attest, she could tell you the truth. She told me, Tony, you should write a book, because I gave her some advice to give to her brother about women, because he was a young Division I athlete. And I say, tell your brother to watch out for this right here. She say, how about you tell him? I say, it's your brother, you tell him. She say, well, why did you stop living like that? I gave her the answer. She say, you should write a book. I was 22 years old. I was 22 years old. That's 2 years before Steve Harvey wrote Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. So there was no business model. That book made me, my royalty check for that first book I wrote, What Daddy Never Told His Little Girl, in 2007, my royalty check was $270. The next check was probably less than that. I didn't get a royalty check for What Daddy Never Told His Little Girl for over $1,000 until like a decade later. And that was because all the money had been sitting there. And it had got up to, I can't remember how much it was, maybe like $2,400. Because it had been sitting there on lulupress.com, on Lulu Press. And when I hit withdraw money, I lost 700 of it because they took it out for taxes. Because you got to go select not to withhold. And when I wrote them to say, oh, I need that money because I pay my own taxes, they say, too late, you already hit the button. That was the biggest royalty check. So here it is, these people talking about, oh, these out here scamming. They just scamming to get rich. All they want to do is scam to get rich. My big royalty check has literally, and I got a 2-book deal with Simon & Schuster, which is a top 5 publisher in the world. The largest royalty check from Simon & Schuster, probably $2,500. Like, it's not no lot of money. Like, I remember hearing somebody say, Steve Harvey said, ain't no money in relationship books. And that's why he stopped writing relationship books, and that's why he left. And he had a New York Times, #1 New York Times bestseller, and he said ain't no money in it. And he went on about his business. Never did a relationship tour. Never wrote another relationship book after Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. And maybe that second one could have had something to do with relationships. I can't even remember what it was. He went on about his business. Because for you to be out here and doing this right here, you got to be passionate about it. You got to be passionate about it. It's so many more things you can do than be a life coach. It's like, if I want to make 6 figures as a life coach, I got to sit on the phone all day long. I got to sit on the phone all day long. Like, what people don't understand is you got to have business knowledge. You got to be able to create a business. You got to be able to multiply. So, for example, I train life coaches. I teach relationship coaching. I teach on relationships, but I have a life coach certification program that help people who want to consult others on their gifts and what they have learned. Like, for example, somebody been working in HR their whole life. I teach them how to build a HR consulting business so that they can consult small businesses of 10 employees or less, or 10 to 50 employees, on how to run their HR. And I teach them how consulting works. And my life coach certification program right now is $500. And I've been a life coach since 2007, and my course is $500 when there are life coaching certification programs that are $12,000. But yet you have ignorant men and women out here saying that all of us out here are scammers. And this is the thing. And people will say, well, Tony, if you ain't no scammer, just ignore it. Don't address it. That ain't how that works. Because there's people who are actually vulnerable, who are actually naive, who are actually gullible enough to believe that the person giving them advice online, who say there's nobody else out there online that's honest, they will believe that person. And the reason why is because there's spiritual warfare. The devil is trying to get people who are hanging in the balance to stop listening to godly voices, to people who really work for God. And the people and the people who are saying stop listening to all of us, they're directly working for Satan, because the Holy Spirit recognized the Holy Spirit. When somebody working for God, you're going to know who else worked for God, because you're going to be able to look deep enough into their story to be able to tell, oh, this person worked for God. Like this person, oh, this right here. Because see, here's the thing. It's one thing when somebody giving a bunch of advice and they're not living it. But for those of us like myself who going on 19, next month, me and my wife celebrate 19 years of marriage. You ain't never seen me on a gossip blog for being in an affair with my wife. So how doesn't my relationship advice have validity when I've been living it for 2 decades? Answer that. And then the people who come out here talking about don't listen to these people, don't let all these people scam, they won't even show their face. They get online doing voiceover YouTube channels. Won't even show their face, because it might look like they got stepped on. And don't want nobody to see, you don't know what you're talking about because you look like you got stepped on. So how is you telling us what to do and what not to do when you look broke, busted, and disgusted? Like who shot John and forgot to kill him? Why you not on the camera showing your face? That's how you build trust. You working for Satan and you're hiding behind the camera, won't get on the camera and show your face, but out here doing voiceover videos. And that's how people be out here doing. And it's countless of them out here. And then anytime somebody highlight one of our messages, the honest, true servants of God, people in the comment, oh, y'all need to start listening to them people. Y'all need to start listening to them. That's exactly what the devil wants. Because the devil don't want these women to leave toxic relationships. The devil don't want these men to be better men. The devil don't want that. And then what people don't understand, when we say that when we do videos for men, they don't get views, that's not because of us. It's because of the algorithm. The algorithm knows that women are the matriarch of the family. The algorithm knows that women are the ones who buy the grocery. Women are the ones who run the household, the logistics of the household. Women are CEOs of home. The algorithm know that. 75% of readers of books is women. 75% of reality TV show watching is women. So when you go to Hollywood to produce a reality TV show, they will not let you produce a reality TV show that is male-centered and made for men. I tried to do a show to help abusive men go through a boot camp to get they lights knocked out, not literally, and to become men. In the light of Chris Brown and Rihanna and me going on Oprah, and I went to Hollywood and I talked to several different production companies, and they told me it's too dark. It's too dark of a topic. We don't want to touch it. But they'll touch everything else. But they did not want to see men who are toxic and controlling or emotionally unintelligent change our lives. They will not make programming for us to help us grow and to help us change our lives. Just like the algorithm will not push content to help men grow and to help men change. And people think that it's just us playing and manipulating on women. No, what we are doing is what the Bible says. Be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. There's men who follow me. Over 600,000 men who follow me online. And you know what they have to do with my messages? They know the message is titled sometimes to a woman. So what they do is they have to listen, and they have to not be the toxic man. They learn to not be the toxic man that I'm teaching women about. But they know that if I take and make a video to the man saying, hey, don't be toxic, that video will not go nowhere. I had a video that said, close your legs. Y'all stop sleeping around. Stop having casual sex. It got over 10 million views, and Facebook took it down because they don't want us to grow and to elevate and to change. Because the dumber you are, the more you're going to sit on your phone scrolling all day. The less motivated you are, the more drained you are, the more abused you are, the more toxic your relationship is, the more you're going to sit on your phone and scroll all day. They don't want healthy messages to go viral because it gets you off your behind. It gets you into your purpose. It gets you out here working, and it gets you off your phone. They don't want that. That's why they push the drama and all of that. But see, for those of us that God is using and that he giving wisdom, that's why people say, well, Tony, why you use a celebrity name? Because that's what they push. So, but inside of that video that I put a celebrity name in the title, I got an hour worth of lessons that's going to change your life. Be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. And y'all need to unfollow these bitter, broken people who have been cheated on and beat on and disrespected. And now they in a mammy lame relationship that they claiming is positive and all of that right there. But they cannot be, because if they was, they man would be able to tell them Tony Gaskins ain't no scammer. Tony Gaskins such and such and such and such and such ain't no scammer, because I'm a man and I'm listening to their message and I hear what they saying and they give away the whole game. And if you scamming, you not finna give away as much game as they giving. And I know a cheating man when I see a cheating man. They man will be telling them that, but they man is cheating on them and they man getting over on them. So they man tell them, don't listen to Tony Gaskins, because all he doing is trying to get these women money. When they don't even know how money is made. They don't even know what make money. And what they don't realize is, if I made my money from just manipulating women, then every man on the internet who making videos that women watch will have as much money as me. They'll be doing good. They'll be on that level. What people don't realize is I done had about 20 companies. What people don't realize that I have multi-millionaire and billionaire business partners and investors. What people don't realize, my first Maserati came from a 7-figure movie deal. From a 7-figure deal for my production company. And so people don't realize I was giving relationship advice for free. But they seen Maserati symbol behind my head, not realize that I struck a 7-figure deal for my production company, Gaskins Productions LLC. But they think they know it all. So they think people getting rich off of relationship advice. If relationship advice make you rich, every man will be doing it. Guess what? It's been guys who have tried it. And then they realize, oh, Tony got a Maserati and a Bentley and a Range Rover and an Escalade and a Mercedes Sprinter van and a C300, and his mama got a Benz, his daddy got a Bentley, his sister got a Benz, his homeboy got a Yukon, his barber got a Dunk on 26s, all bought by Tony Gaskins, because Tony Gaskins is a businessman. Because Tony Gaskins owns Billionaire LLC, Soul Writers LLC, Gaskins Media Group, Gaskins Sports Management, Gaskins Production Company, Virtue Tank Tech Company. Because Tony Gaskins know how to do business. That's why you see me living the life that I live, because I do business. The relationship advice is free. You don't even make no money from that. Ask Steve Harvey, why you think he left? Ain't no money from it. Why you think R.C. Blake's got 7 churches? Because that's his purpose. He got 7 churches as a pastor. That man had run churches. He called by God. He not making all his money from talking on YouTube. If he were making all, if he could get rich off of YouTube, he wouldn't be running 7 churches. He wouldn't be spreading the gospel through the brick and mortar buildings of a church. He would just be sitting online all day. So this how I let you know these people don't even know what they be talking about. And they think that because if you get rich off of talking about love and relationships, 2 women, 2 men, go do it. Go do it. The whole wide web right there. The whole wide web right there, go do it. And see, what upset me is that it's honest people out here that's doing the work of the Lord, that's trying to really be effective and a fervent in the body, that's trying to really help. And then you got little demons out here telling people, oh, don't listen to nobody who do one-on-one sessions. You sound stupid. You should never pay nobody for a one-on-one session. What you paid for your college degree, that's a one-on-one session. You actually worse, because you sitting in a classroom with a bunch of people and then going into debt for a degree that didn't get out and don't even make you no money. You get out and get a degree, you got a master's, and then this entrepreneur's making what you make in a year in a month. And see, that's why they mad. They mad because it's people without college degrees like me. It's people with a country accent like me. And they see opulence. But what they don't understand is, it don't matter how many courses I got online, what I cannot give you is the favor of God. But God knows when I go in the bathroom, I don't jack off. God knows when I'm by myself in a hotel room, I don't watch porn. God knows that a curse word never leave my mouth. God knows that I'm 100% faithful to my wife. I can't sell you the favor of God. That's one thing I can't sell you. I could teach you all of my systems. I could teach you everything I did to build business. And you can ask my clients who I have helped them start their business and build a brand from scratch. My client that I just interviewed that y'all gonna see on the Blessed Tribe, we started a seasoning company. She's over 50 years old. She had no clue how to take her passion for cooking and turn it into a business. That's what I do. And you got dumb haters out here mad at me and other people who are helping people make their dream a reality. I taught a woman in her 50s how to get on YouTube and how to show her gift. She got on YouTube. She set her phone on a tripod. She took her cooking plans of the food, the rice and chicken that she was feeding the homeless with, and she set that camera up, and she got over 90,000 views on that video because of me. Because I told her how to use YouTube. Because I told her to get on YouTube. She got a seasoning company. I helped another client start a fitness wear company. Another client doing a baby stroller company. Another client got a skincare company. Another client with a hand moisturizer company. So people don't even realize that I'm teaching people how to start businesses that's going to make them hundreds of thousands, if not millions. And that is a consulting program that is less than 10% of what the competition charges them. It's people that done paid 10x what I charge my clients to be and they are a part of a group and never get to talk to the coach one-on-one, and they pay 10 times what I charge for a one-on-one program where people can actually fly in for 4 of the hours and do a boot camp at my office. But they'll take and lump everybody in one little thing because they dumb and they don't know what they're talking about. And they'll have people who just come out of witchcraft, just come out of tarot cards, just come out of crystals, just come out of all this stuff, and they torn and they spirit is embattled and they right in the middle, and they'll have those people listen to their video, and then they'll tell them, oh, don't listen to nobody online who do one-on-one sessions. And they try to make people feel stupid for people having the wisdom to do what the Bible say. The Bible says wisdom in a multitude of counsel. So people going to get a multitude of counsel, and then you got these dummies out here trying to make them feel stupid. for paying for consulting when you got to pay for everything in your life. You paid for your degree that don't make you no money. You paid for your master's that don't make you no money. You paid for your doctorate that don't make you no money. But you ain't supposed to pay for consulting. Like, make that make sense. And then when we charging pennies on the dollar, it's like, and after we done made millions as business owners, as filmmakers, as authors, as speakers, done made millions, and we teaching people for $100 an hour, we teaching people how to make millions, but we scamming. And we doing 100% legal business, but we scamming. Y'all better stop listening to these demons who want you to be broke, busted, and disgusted, and want you to get on YouTube and listen to their faceless video while they doing voiceover because they look like they got stepped on, look broke, busted, and disgusted. Who shot Johnny, forgot to kill him, hanging out the window with their tongue in their nose, out here foolish as a box of rocks, and want people to be broke, busted, and disgusted and dumb like them, but yet they using people's name in their title of their video, not my name, because they know they don't want no smoke with me. Because I'll find out who they is and expose them 100%. But they use other people's name to get people views on their video and then be taking subs at me and the other people who out here living honest and doing the right thing. Then they taking subs against us. Y'all forgive me, let my dog out. Taking little shots. And then one lady, she gonna talk about, oh, because they were listening to Tony, but then gonna try to rhyme it with Oni, Bony, Phony, Coney. Trying not to call me out. Trying not to say my name. Better shut up before I cut that water off over there. Because these folks don't be doing nothing honest. Don't be doing nothing right. And then got the nerves to hate and to lump everybody else in. When it's people out here, we got a whole track record. Got a whole track record to speak for what we do and how we do. Go out there and find a scandal on me. Go out there and find a scandal. You're not going to find it. Come here, Bella. Go out there and find a scandal. You're not going to find it. Go out there. You find somebody who done come to me to help build a business and all of that right there, and he could tell you that man, listen, I had clients sign up for my year of coaching. My first 2 clients that joined that program, they told me in the first session, Tony, I got the 16 hours worth of value in this first hour. One of the ladies took and now done brought me her man. Done brought her man to me to help him build his business. So how we scamming when somebody bring their man, their husband, to help build a business? And then I got 3 other clients. They done been in the program, the year program. They in the program for the 3rd year. For the 3rd year in a row. Now you tell me who finna sign up for a year program. For a year program now. And it be trash, and then they gonna sign up for 3 years in a row if it's trash, if it ain't got no value. But you know what? I'm teaching them how to use their gifts. I'm teaching them. One of my clients, she came to me. She is a doctor, and she in the program with me. I don't have a college degree. She is a doctor. And guess what? My program help her do? Help her attract the love of her life. And you know, the love of her life is a high earning attorney. And every time she came to me, and every time she talked to me, she'll be doing this and doing that and doing that. I said, no, don't do that. Don't do that. That's not how you do that. You dealing with this kind of man. This is how you talk to this type of man. This is how you deal with this type of man. She came back to me. She said, Tony, thank you. She said, you changed everything about me. You taught me all of the negative things. And she said, now I got the love of my life. She said, this man's so amazing. This man taking me around the world. He's showing me the world. He's so nice. He's so gentle. But she say, it's because I changed me. I changed me from the inside out. She said, I changed the way I talk to him. I changed the way I carry myself. She said, I had to heal. She said, you helped me heal. I'm 41. She in her 50s. But I'm scamming. And she a doctor. And you know what kind of doctor she is? A psychiatrist. But I'm scamming. A psychiatrist now. You know how many clients I got that's psychiatrists? You know how many clients I got that's therapists? So yeah, I'm speaking up for the people who are like me, but they might not be on my level. They might not have the wisdom that God done gave me. They might not have the success that God done gave me. But they getting lumped in by these dummies who online hating because they don't know how to do business, because they can't make no money from their gifts, from their natural gifts, and they got to be slaving on somebody's job who don't love them and don't care for them and will fire them at a drop of a hat. And they mad that there's people out here that can work full time in our purpose. They mad. They mad that there's people out here. I've been doing what I'm doing since 22 years old. I'm 41. So where was the scam? Where was the scam? So this is what I'm trying to tell you. If somebody come to you and they online and they tell you you can't trust no relationship coach, you can't trust no business consultant, you can't trust no author, you can't trust no YouTuber, you can't trust nobody, and especially if they talk to women, you can't trust none of them. Because what you don't realize, that's just like somebody saying every single man is a cheater. That's just like somebody saying every single woman is a cheater. Anytime somebody come tell you that it's a one size fits all and there is not a single relationship coach, well, how you gonna fix your relationship if no relationship coach is honest? How you gonna fix your business if no business consultant is honest? How are you going to get anywhere in life if everybody who charges for their services and for their experience and for their wisdom and for their knowledge is a scammer? If every single person who charges is a scammer, then what can you do in the world? You can't get your car fixed because the mechanic is a scammer. You can't go to the doctor because his degree is fake and he's a scammer. And that actually happens. Like Dr. Death on Netflix. Somebody got a whole medical MD and was killing people. So it's like, yes, you're going to have scammers out here. I'll be the first one to call the scammer out. But I'm going to tell you one thing. If you online and you talking about people scamming, you better find who you could separate. You better find who you could separate. Because if you lump me in there with scammers, I'm coming for your head. So you better put some respect on my name and whoever else out here that tell you to put some respect on their name. I can't speak for everybody because everybody ain't the same. I can't tell you everybody because I don't know everybody. I know how I live my 24 hours. And people like, oh, well, people who living right, people who not scamming, they don't care. They don't say nothing. No, the only people who say that is the people who don't have a brand, the people who don't have a business, the people who not being affected by it, the people who in the comments with their thumbs. When you build something, you gonna be protective of it. So y'all stop with that. That's why when somebody defend their name, when somebody protect their name, when somebody speaking on their name, and they saying, hey, put some respect on my name, I don't get mad at them. You would never see me tell somebody ignore the haters. No, because that's your name. Jesus ain't ignore the haters. Like, Jesus called them out. Like, he said, I know what you over there saying about me. You over there saying this right here. You over there saying that this right here, and he showed them with signs and wonders that he God. He showed them with signs and wonders that he God, and they had to get it like that and understand like that. So that's what you got to realize. No, I'm gonna call them out. I'm gonna call them out. And I'm gonna let them know. And the thing about it is, I ain't even got to call nobody name because I'm not finna blow nobody account up. I'm not finna blow nobody following up. They know who they is because they be coming over here watching my videos. Because they watching my videos, and that's why they can't call my name personally, and that's why they can't say, oh, Tony Gaston is a scammer because of this. Tony Gaston is untrue because of this, because they ain't got nothing to say. They ain't got nothing to say, so they hoping and they waiting and they sitting. And I'm gonna tell you like this right here. If you waiting on me to fail, you will die first. Mark my words. If you are waiting on me to fail, you will die first. I will never cheat on my wife because I get to choose. We ain't talking about who I was decades ago when I was in the streets, when I was out there living that life. We ain't talking about that. We talking about now. We talking about since I've been who I am, since I've been who God called me to be. I get to choose if I'm gonna cheat on my wife or not. Now, can't nobody make me just whip my thing out and put it in a woman. If you waiting on me to fail, you is gonna choke and die first. So you better get your life together. You better get your mind together. You better learn how to love the Lord. And you better seek the face of the Lord. And you better ask God, Lord, show me who out here. If you even believe in God, demon. Because if you believe in God, you're gonna be able to recognize the true children of God. You're gonna be able to know who really rock with the Lord. If you live for the Lord. That's what let me know y'all sent by the devil. For the people out there that be saying that, that's what let me know you work for Satan. That's how I know it. That's how I know you work for Satan. Because if you work for God, you're going to know who else worked for the Lord. So that's why I be slow to speak on people's name when they say God, because I want to make sure that I'm not touching his anointed or trying to do his prophet harm. I be slow, and it take time, and they have to show me something that's contrary to the word of God. They got to show me something that's contrary to the Holy Spirit. Y'all forgive me taking the trash out. And when they show me something that's contrary to the Holy Spirit, that's when I call them out, because that's when I know. But until they show me something that's contrary to the Holy Spirit, I don't know if they work for the Lord or not. I don't know. And no, I ain't got no satellite dish that was out there with the house when I bought it 11 years ago. Oh, Tony got a satellite dish. He must be a scammer. Since he got a satellite dish, that's how you know he a scammer. Who got a satellite dish? Oh, Tony take out his own trash. That's how you know he manipulate these women. He taking out his trash while his dog at his feet, chasing him behind him. Oh, that's how you know he manipulating. Like, shut up. Think about that though. If somebody came to you and they told you every single man cheats, what do that tell you? Did your daddy cheat? Did your brother cheat? Did your husband cheat? So if a woman tell you, you can't trust none of these men that's giving advice online, and she say she not single, what is she telling you about her husband? If you can't trust no man, what's she telling you? Come on. If you can't trust no man, what's she telling you about her husband? Exactly. So all of us is scammers. All of us is cheating on our wife, but her husband faithful. But he can't tell her. He can't tell that we faithful. Like, be real. Like, who finna be out here? Who finna be out here with as much air in their chest as I got in my chest and be living a lie? Like, ain't nobody doing that but Derrick Jackson. And he done for. He already done for. That's who did it. And I told y'all about him from the very beginning. When he came out, I told y'all about him. I say you got to watch out, because a man know a man. I already knew it, but I'm gonna tell you something. The boy had did so good for so long with no scandal, he was starting to convince me He was starting to convince me. So this my thing. But see, that's how that worked. So when he cheated on his wife, I probably lost about 5,000 supporters online because they thought it was me. Because some people just didn't pay attention, so they thought it was me. And then some people thought, well, if he did it, Tony got to be doing it. And it still ain't, and they still ain't came out with nothing. You still ain't seen me in no scandal. But that's what they thought. And that's what they were waiting on. They were like, oh, Tony must be scamming. Tony must be unfaithful. If this other guy gave all this advice, because the other guy had become bigger than me, because he was chasing clout. He would go on the blog pages, and every post they do, he would be in the comments with a witty comment. And that comment would get, I've seen it one time. His comment was at the top with 4,000 or 5,000 likes. I say that's how he building his following. Because them 4,000, 5,000 people who just, them 4,000, 5,000 people who just hit like, they trying to get these birds out the road, who just hit like on his post, probably gonna go and follow him. They probably gonna follow him. And so that's how he built. He was doing the marketing. He was doing the gimmicks. He did the thumbnails. He did all the celebrity content. Anything, something happened with a celebrity, he was the first relationship coach commenting on it. When they said John Gray cheated on his wife, the first person to speak on it was Derrick Jaxn. I didn't even speak on it. I ain't even speak on it because John Gray is a pastor, and I ain't want to kick the man when he was down. So I ain't even speak on it. Derrick Jaxn jumped out there, spoke on it, garnered a lot of followers off of that. The next thing you know, he cheating on his wife. That's what blowed me. I'm like, bro, how are you gonna speak on another man cheating when another man was cheating emotionally? So the man cheating emotionally is what John Gray said. He cheating emotionally. You speak on him. You speak on this man cheating emotionally, and then you cheating physically? Like, that don't make no sense. Like, you see, the thing about it with me is I'm an introvert. So I'm not going to, I already don't want to be online talking, period. So I'm definitely not going to be online talking if I'm cheating. Like, if I'm cheating on my wife, you're not going to hear a word from me. Like, I'm going to be ghost. You won't even see me. You won't even know I exist. You'll be like, where is Tony at? You won't hear nothing from me. If I'm cheating, I'm in the shadows. Like, you have to be, you got to be a full-blown narcissist to be making the amount of videos that I make with the air in my chest that I got in my chest and be cheating. You'll have to be a full-blown narcissist. And I don't even know what a narcissist is. That's just y'all term that y'all love to use. But I know you'll have to be that. And that's what I found out. That must be what Derrick Jaxn is. Which I don't know if it's a narcissist, but I know it's crazy. I know you slap crazy. I know I don't put nothing past you if you'll do that. Like, I don't put nothing past you if you will build an audience of millions and do the very thing that you talk down on other people for doing. Like, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. I can't even wrap my head around that. Like, it makes no sense to me. I can't wrap my head around it. I'm gonna be honest with you. So that's what you got to realize and understand. So I'm gonna tell you what the red flag is, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna address it and help you understand what this is. I'm gonna address it. I'm gonna help you understand what this is. And what be going on. So let me help you understand this. So these people here, and they say you can't trust nobody. You can't trust none of these. You can't trust none of these relationships. You can't trust nobody who give relationship. Y'all gotta forgive my out here. We was in the freezing cold. My eyes was watering bad. I had everything in my face. Let me see if I can. My eyes was watering that cold air. So they telling you you can't trust none of us that's out here giving any kind of advice. Don't pay us for no session. Now, mind you, we got proven results. Mind you, that the people that's in my program got doctorate degrees, bachelor's degrees, master's degrees. You know, 6-figure, 7-figure, not 7-figure, 6-figure corporate earners. The people that's in my coaching program. I coach a lady the other day, a surgeon. Coached a man, a surgeon. I have clients that are surgeons, these educated people. But it's people out here, broke, busted, and disgusted. Look like a $3 bill on January 32nd. Talking about you can't trust none of these relationship coaches. You can't trust none of these business consultants. You can't trust none of these people online giving advice, but yet they be online giving advice. So you supposed to listen to their advice, but not none of the rest of us. When we've been out here for 2 decades without scandal. For 2 decades without scandal. With proven results. I got so many clients that's psychiatrists and therapists, it ain't funny. Because they could realize the proof is in the pudding. They could realize the truth is true. So let me tell you what happened with these people. Let me tell you the type of people that this is. There are people who get their validation from the school system. The degree system and the white man system in America is where their validation comes from. They are studious. They are intellectuals, self-proclaimed intellectuals. And they work hard in the classroom. They pay attention on their job. They work hard to climb their little ranks in the corporate ladder. And they get nearby burnt out. And they get online and they see people that's doesn't speak as well as they speak. They see people not as educated as they are. And they see us become 100,000aires, millionaires, and they get mad. And they get mad that we have a position and that we have a voice and that we have influence. And they feel insignificant in their life. They feel that more people need to listen to them and more people need to hear them. So they throw rocks at the people who are at the top. They throw rocks at those of us who are honest and trustworthy and living right and doing the right thing because they're at the bottom. They're scratching and clawing, trying to build their brand. They see me with 3.5 million followers. I say supporters. Online, call it followers. They see me with 3.5 million supporters online, and they got 60,000 subscribers, 70,000, 30,000, 80,000, 10,000, and they mad. They mad that we out here giving away the game, the unadulterated truth, and teaching everything that we learn, and that we are in a marketplace, that we taking and we building a business just like a Fortune 500 company. And they mad at us for taking and using our gifts to work full time for ourselves instead of having to be burnt out because we working 40 hours for a dead end job and then 40 hours in our purpose. They mad that we work 40 hours a week or less in our purpose, and we earn more in a month or 2 months or 3 months than they earn in an entire year. And I'm transparent about my business with my students and those people who are in and tied in. I give away the game, and I give away every single step of it. Like, I just talked to a lady. She say, what you told us on that $25 class to kick off the year about how to use the AI to write our album. She said, I've been doing it. And she hired me on the call. She said, how do I go from there to it being on iTunes? And I taught her step by step how to do that. I don't gatekeep. Coach Jessica Rich, who in my year of coaching program, and she posted on Instagram, she say, shout out Tony Gas, who don't gatekeep. I give every single little secret, every little thing, so that you could take and change your life if you want to, so that you can use your gifts to work in your gift full time if you want to. If you don't want to, more power to you. Well, like, work your job. Like, if your job not a dead end job, God bless you. You blessed. You fortunate. If you working in corporate and that's your dream job, like your career is your dream, God bless you. You doing amazing. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. God bless you. But don't come out here hating on me and the people like me who living righteous, living honest, living pure, and sharing the wisdom that God has given us. Because to say that there is no true and no real and no honest coaches and consultants and speakers, for one, is absurd. Two, is asinine. Three, is ignorant. Four, it is diabolical. Five, you're stupid. You're a stupid dummy who need to shut up and sit down, cancel your YouTube, and never come out again until you talk to the Lord and you get your heart right and you heal. Because this is the other thing about these type of people. They're unhealed. So when you're unhealed, you can't believe that a black man can be honest. You should never take advice from a man or a woman that tells you there is no such thing as an honest black man. Somebody who is self-hating enough to say that every single black man who is a relationship coach, a life coach, an author, a speaker, a YouTuber is a scammer and a manipulator. That is someone who is unhealed. That is someone who was violated as a child or violated as an adult, and they never went to therapy and got the healing, and now they hate the world and they hate the semblance of anyone who looks like their abuser. And so now they are on a warpath to try to tear down and try to discredit every honest voice out there, because they're still broken, lonely, and hurt. Even if they married, they still lonely. They still hurting. And they want you to be lonely and hurting because they want you to disregard the true voices that's out here. And that's why every single person who leave my message, they end up coming back a year or more later and saying, now I realize all you ever did was tell the truth. But I couldn't get out of my way because I was trauma ridden, because I was hurting, because I had been lied to, because I had been taken advantage of. It's people who come to me who won't sign up for my program because somebody else took advantage of them in their program. And I understand it. I ain't mad at them. I say, okay, God, God bless you. I help you in the capacity and in the areas that you feel is worth your money. I'll help you and give you way more value than you paid for. And hopefully get you somewhere. And then you realize who is honest out here, who really doing the work out here, who really trying to help. And I'll be here if you need me. God bless you. I don't twist nobody's arm. I don't try to sell nobody on nothing. When you look at my whole brand, my whole thing, it's nothing on there that's salesy. It's nothing on there where I'm trying to sell you on something. It's nothing on there where I'm trying to twist your arm and get you to believe this, get you to believe that, and all this right there. I don't get down like that. I don't get down like that. It's like, what you see is what you get. You want it or you don't. All the important links in the description. You want it or you don't. Ain't no long dissertation with them.
You want it or you don't. If you don't, God bless you. Keep your head up. I ain't mad at you. Keep your head up. But hey, this Tony Gaston, I got to plug my phone in and say 10% about to die. God bless you. We'll talk soon.